Hi everyone, my name is Siksha, and in this video today I'm gonna be talking about the books that I read in 2025. So there are many books that I read this year, and I try to read books from the different genres, and there are so many that I read. But today in this video I'm gonna be talking about my favorite ones, and I hope you watch the video till the end. So, the first book that I really want to talk about is a really classic book by Virginia Woolf, which is called Mrs. Dalloway. And it is a really amazing book because it is one of the classics, and it is written during the post World War First. And Mrs. Dalloway talk about Clarissa Dalloway, and it is really amazing because through only her we came to know what is happening in the story and what the story is about. So when I first read the book, I couldn't understand it properly, but then when I read it twice and I came to know, okay, so the book is written with the technique of stream of consciousness, which was really popular during the 19th century. Stream of consciousness is about a writer writes about the things that goes into a human's mind, because our thoughts are complex and it affects our daily life. So the book is written with the help of that technique, and Virginia Woolf has done an amazing job, because first when you read the book you think that, okay, maybe this is not a story, maybe there is no story to tell. It is just what is happening inside the mind of Clarissa Dalloway, and it shows us that the life of 19th century London, and how there was so much hypocrisy in people and in the society, because on the one hand there was war happening, and on the second hand people are doing party and they're enjoying and going with their daily life as if nothing is happening. So Virginia Woolf through Clarissa Dalloway has shown us that how human life can be so complex. And not just Clarissa Dalloway's life, there are also two people who are also in the book, and their lives has been shown through Clarissa Dalloway's thoughts and her mind. And it's a really amazing book because it shows you that sometimes there shouldn't be a story in the book, because there can be thoughts of a person, and it can be an amazing way to know that how humans' mind are very complex and how it can be really amazing to write about it. Okay, so the first book was classic and it was really amazing, and I really thoroughly enjoyed reading it. Now the second one is one of my favorite books that I read this year, because it's a very light-hearted book, and it is like watching a film when I was reading this book, and it is like watching a rom-com and watching a very beautiful, amazing film. And that book is none other than Better Than the Movies by Len Painter, and I really loved reading this book. The story follows of Liz, a high schooler who literally goes to a plan to impress her crush Michael, who comes back into the town, because Michael was her childhood crush. Liz, who is a high schooler and a hopeless romantic too, and she decides to impress her childhood crush Michael, who comes back to the town. So she decides to take help from her next door neighbor Wes Bennett, and they decide to fake date each other. The book is so interesting because it has a playlist of the songs, and the book is written in a very light-hearted mood, and it is really good to read books like this because you can literally visualize everything that is happening. So this is one of my favorite books that I read this year. And another book that I really enjoyed reading is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. It is also a very beautifully written book because it is a slow burn college romance, and it follows the story of Anastasia and Nate, who both are competitive sport person, because Anastasia is a figure skater and Nate is a captain of the hockey team, and now how they have to come together for one specific competition, and how they both are very different people from each other, and how the story follows. They fall in love, and it's really amazing to read because the story is too good. And now the next book is also a very classic book by Kate Chopin. It's called The Awakening by Kate Chopin, and it is one of the groundbreaking books for the early work of feminism, because it follows the story of Edna Point Taylor, who is a wife and a mother, and she's torn between her duty and desire. And the story is too good because it is written during the 19th century Louisiana in America, and it shows the society of America and how it has imposed many restrictions and many expectations on the women. And the story is very powerful in its own way, and the book was quite scandalous when it was published, but in today's world it is an amazing book that everybody should read. And one of the most interesting thing about the book is that the Kate Chopin's writing is very fearless and very intimate, and it shows that Edna's struggle for freedom and her rebellion through different things that she do in the book is really important, because it is the way she tries to find her authenticity and her identity. All of these books are really very different from each other, but I really enjoyed reading all of them because they all gave me something to think about. And I think that everyone should read these books because you will definitely gonna enjoy reading them. I also have some few more books that are my favorite that I read this year, and I'm gonna be talking about them in my next video. And I hope you really like this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.